What's up, you guys? I am back. Hello, mates. I'm back, and today we're gonna touch on the Appalachian Mountains. We touched on a couple videos on the last video that I posted, so I thought I'll just get some more just so you guys can see what the Appalachian Mountains is all about. Let's just go.
So growing up in East Tennessee, we always heard these scary myths about our national parks that talk about a group of people who live deep in the mountains, the Smoky Mountains, essentially the Appalachian Mountains, who are essentially feral, completely disconnected from society, and are known to do some pretty terrible things to people. I decided that I was going to go out in search for these individuals living deep in their international parks. And as I'm way out on the trail, I look down, and in the mud I find these bear footprints, not like bears in the animal, but bear as in bear human footprints in a location where they shouldn't be. And then I noticed something kind of moving around in the woods, and then this just guttural sound comes out of the brush, scares the living crap out of me. So the full investigation is going to be over on my YouTube if you want to check that out. But here's what happened. Tell me what you think. I mean, there's no doubt that's a human footprint. Where a human footprint should not fucking be. I've got movement over here.
Do you guys think this is real or fake? I didn't really get to see a good look at the foot. I mean, we could look at it together. Let's look at it together. But let's look at the foot. It went too fast. Let's check it out. Okay, we got it. All right, so the foot is where? I don't see it. Can you guys make it out? Let me know. That yowl definitely sounds like a human. I don't know, bro. They have me thinking that they have the creatures from Wrong Turn. Okay, so I was looking at it more, and I guess if you look at it from like right here to like right here, that's a foot.
And the second story I've heard is there was a couple who decided they were going to live in the Appalachian Mountains for a summer. They find this cabin for rent, and they're surprised at how cheap the price is for 6 months. So they rent this cabin, and they go out there and they bring all their stuff to move in. And this guy in a truck, he meets them out there, and he's very nervous. And he tells them, hey, at night, you're going to want to lock your doors and close the blinds. And then he gets in his truck and he leaves as fast as he can. So this couple is just in awe of how nice this log cabin is and the fact that they got it for almost, this huge steal. So that night they go into their cabin, they make themselves comfortable. It gets dark. And all of a sudden they hear a thump, thump, thump up on the roof. And it sounds like something or someone is walking across the roof. And then they hear banging on the side of the house, and they hear these large booms and creaks and sounds coming all around them from outside. It sounds almost like their house is being invaded. Eventually, the sound dies down and daylight comes. The next day, same thing happens. And for several weeks, this goes on. So finally, the husband is fed up and he says, you know what? I'm done. We're taking our home back. We're tired of being harassed. So in the middle of the night, when these sounds start happening again, he goes to the window, he opens the curtains, and then he looks out the window, and standing out behind the window is a woman. And she has this pale, long face and white, gray hair going over her shoulders. And he notices she has solid white eyes, and she's just staring at him. And then she points directly at him, and that's when all hell breaks loose. He starts hearing banging on the roof, banging on the sides of the house. The house feels like almost like an earthquake is happening. And then he shuts the blinds. They run into the bathroom, and they hide for the rest of the night. The next day, they decide we're through with this, and they leave, never to return again.
Damn, I hope you guys learned a lesson. Don't buy a cheap cabin at an alleged haunted forest or mountains, I mean. But god damn it. That's crazy. Imagine that's always been like a fear, I guess, of mine, is like when you want to open the covers and like, hold up, I'm already getting tongue-tied again. What I mean is, just imagine you're gonna open the covers like in the middle of the night after hearing like a crazy, or not a crazy, but like a scary noise outside or something out of the usual. So you go to the window and you try to open it, and then as you're opening it, you see someone already standing there watching you. That's some crazy stuff. And then the fact that everything was just trembling in the house, and there was thumping noises and stuff on the roof. That's like a pretty common thing when it comes to like.
The following footage comes from a family who noticed these holes in their garage door. So they decided to look at the footage from the night before. And what they captured was truly terrifying. What looks like a humanoid, unidentified creature was trying to break through their garage door. But the interesting question is, what is this? It actually looks like it has the animal eye shine. Take a look at this footage and tell me what you think this could have been.
Fuck that, dude. If I saw that, I'm gonna go fucking get some fucking holy water, a Bible. I don't even have a Bible, but I do have the Scientology Bible, so I'm gonna get the Scientology Bible. What there's a name for? I have it. It's called Dianetics. Yeah, I have Dianetics. I'll get the Dianetics. I'll get some holy water. And I'm gonna get my fucking shoe, bro. I'm gonna fucking kick I'm gonna kick that shit hella hard. Nah, I'm just kidding. But no, for real though, what do you guys think that is? Those eyes look menacing. Or best case scenario, that's a crackhead.
As you may know, the Appalachian Mountains are filled with dense, unexplored wilderness, and many people who live in these remote areas state that they have had strange encounters on the land. This being said, take a look at this recent trail cam footage here. The first shot shows two abnormally skinny humanoid creatures slowly crawling around on the ground. The one in the front has something human-like hanging from its mouth. The second shot shows them briskly walking past, noticing the trail cam. Now this footage is just deeply unsettling. The way these creatures just move around is enough to give you nightmares. But commenters believe that these things here were skinwalkers, the demonic witch spirits that shape-shift and disguise themselves within the skin of humans and animals. But others think it could be some other kind of cryptid creature like the rake. or maybe even something else. And because this was supposedly taken in the Appalachian Mountains, which, as I said, have reports of creature sightings often, people believe it even more.
Skinwalkers? Dude, those are the aliens from Scary Movie 2. Or 1. Wait, which Scary Movie is it? Yeah, it's Scary Movie, or is it Scary Movie 3? One of those. Oh, no, yeah, it's Scary Movie 3. Is it? I can't even remember no more. I want to say it's Scary Movie 3, though, right? Those are the... Damn, I can't even remember. But those are the aliens from Scary Movie, though. I can't remember, but those are the aliens from Scary Movie. The ones that are like, this is how we be. And this is how we say hi. And then he hits him in the balls. Yeah, that's what that is.
Nothing scares me like Appalachia. So this Thanksgiving, Paige Hills was meeting her boyfriend's family for the first time in Appalachia. And basically, immediately upon driving into the area, she starts getting a bad feeling. She chalks it up to nerves, but it keeps getting worse that night. The family was all having dinner inside, but there was a window open. And Paige starts to hear whistling coming from the woods through the window. She doesn't really think anything of it because maybe someone was outside smoking, but that night the whistling comes back, louder. And on top of that, it sounds like someone is saying her name over and over and over again. So she goes to the window to see what's up, and there's just 2 red eyes staring back at her from the woods. The next morning at breakfast, she asked the family what that could have been, and they immediately looked like they saw a ghost. They told her to never speak of it ever again, and the next time she hears something, no, she didn't. So Paige is freaked out, but she has another night in the house. And that's when her boyfriend pulls her aside to show her this photo. This is what their trail cam caught the night before, and she was to never mention it again.
First of all, Appalachia or Appalachian? Please comment. I want to know the correct way. I feel like there's multiple ways to say it though, probably. But anyways, as for this lady's story, I guess there's a reoccurring name. There's someone that calls her name, and there's these people with red eyes. Interesting. It seems like the people know about this. Unless it's just mumbo jumbo and everyone was just repeating the same story. Also, I feel like if you decide to live out there, you're gonna need some type of protection. Definitely. If you're constantly gonna hear your name getting called out and people knocking on your window or people thumping on your roof, like you're gonna need some type of protection, right? Like if you're gonna live in the mountains, that's like a definite.
Give me a ghost story that sounds completely unbelievable but is entirely true. I'll go first.
I had to hop on this trend because I could literally make a whole entire series about all the experiences I have had growing up, especially in the house that I grew up in. But I'll start with one really creepy story that literally gave me chills and still freaks me out to this day. When I was younger, my family had Korean exchange students that lived in our house, and one of the students shared a room with me, so we had a bunk bed, and she took the bottom and I took the top. And during this time, my dad had removed all of the doors to all the rooms in our basement because we were getting new carpet. And so I wanted a little bit more privacy. For Christmas, my grandma gifted me some door beads, but they didn't come to the floor all the way. They were about a foot off of the floor. And my sister Callie would always come in and just steal my clothes, my makeup, whatever she wanted to use. And I was a pretty light sleeper, so she would slide under the door beads to come in the morning before school and to not wake me up. There was one particular night where my exchange student was visiting her uncle in another state for Thanksgiving. I was alone in my room. It was nighttime. Everybody was in bed, and it was dark, and I heard my door beads. I looked over and I see what looks like my sister, just like her silhouette, and she's got long curly hair, and she was crawling on all fours with her hair, and her hair was like hanging in front of her face, and she was crawling on all fours, sliding under the door beads, and I could see the door beads sliding against her back as she slid under. And once she got under, she like hurried to the end of my bed where the closet was at the foot of my bed. I was thinking to myself, like, oh, I caught her in the act this time. I'm going to totally tell her that I knew she was stealing my clothes. I snuck to the edge, to the end of the bunk bed. And I just tried to scare her. And when I looked over the end of my bed, there was nobody there. I just started screaming, and then my sister ended up running down the hall, and she came in and turned on my light, and she's like, what? And I was just like, and I just freaked out and told her what had happened. But that was one time that was super, super creepy.
I would definitely react different. If that was my brother, I probably would use my shoe again and kick him. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, I feel like I probably wouldn't do nothing. But I definitely would be creeped the fuck out if I see my brother crawling in all fours or some shit. So honestly, I probably would be creeped the fuck out. I'd be like, how much? I'd probably ask, like, how much did you drink, bro? What the hell? Or I don't know. I mean, honestly, now that I think about it, I'd probably laugh, and then I'll worry about it after.
There's a bunny between me and Pie. Come on, let's go. And we're afraid of it. Come on. Are you hungry or what? Do you want dinner? You have to brave the bunny. Domino, push him. Bye. Really. This is what we're doing. Come on, Domino, show him how it's done. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. This is comical. Guys, it's a bunny. That's it. It's just a bunny. Seriously. Domino can't even see it. He just doesn't know. Come on. What if I scare it away? What is wrong with you? You're killing me, Holmes. I guess you're not eating dinner. Is that what you want? Come on. Let's go. Come on. I'm not even close to them, by the way. It's just the bunny. Guys, come on. Come on, boys. Alright, I'll scare the bunny away. This poor fucking bunny. Hey, bunny. Go. Uh-oh. Is that better? We get on with our lives now? Let's go. It's gone. Swear to God. You're such an idiot.
Honestly, I didn't know what was gonna happen at the end of that video, but that music really made that bunny feel like he was like demonic or something, or like he was like the king, you know, like he was that guy, he was the man, or something was up. He definitely was the man, because he was not letting those horses go by. Well, it's not his fault, but the horses were definitely scared as fuck from that bunny. So, hey man, it's not that bad to be a bunny.
According to Cherokee legend, there is a monster and a witch living in the East Tennessee, Western North Carolina region of the Appalachian Mountains, known as the one with the pointed spear finger, whose right forefinger is shaped like a spear or an obsidian knife. Her mouth is stained with the blood of her victims from eating their livers. Her skin is said to be made of stone, and as she walks, it thunders throughout the mountains, along with her voice that is so loud that it echoes down the mountains into the villages of the Cherokee people, terrifying them and their wildlife. She's said to haunt the trail that joins Chilhowie Mountain and the Little Tennessee River. Now, she's said to make her home in Whiteside, a thunder mountain.
This witch has claws like Wolverine. I never heard of it, but if I came across that witch, I'd shit my pants. I never heard. Maybe that witch is a legend and it's a real story, which is why I put it in the video. It's interesting, but the way he explains it, it just, I don't know. It could be better, right? It could be better.
And this one looks like it has a bite out of it. And this one. And there's one over here. Looks like it's holding some water. Huh? I think it's time to go.
That noise is definitely not, doesn't sound like it's a human noise like the other video that we played, but I also saw in the comments that it could be like a bobcat or something, which makes sense. It could be an animal, but you never know, man. You never know. It could be a cannibal trying to get your ass for dinner. Okay guys, I think that will conclude today's video about the Appalachian Mountains. I came across some other interesting ones a while back and I wasn't able to find them, but once I find them, I will definitely put them on in a newer video. Hopefully you liked it. I know some were fake as F, and some were actually interesting, like with actual interest, with some interesting stories, you know. I know there's some more better ones out there, but the Appalachian Mountains is definitely a place that holds some weight. There's definitely spirits or something in their area that wants you.